next week.
Okay.
So, we are at session 47. You all have started exploring the Undercity to deal with Zamindor, and before you go to take over.
Dealing with Zamindor? I thought we were worried about the flying polyps.
Well, both.
Man.
Yeah, currently you're trying to prevent both of them from spreading, but Zamindor, if you go to deal with Count Laos, you'll come back and the World Eater will be eating the world. And last time you had did a maze. You're exploring the Undercity, and you just encountered a couple Linguls and Kakalath the Seated, of which you have destroyed her body.
That's fine. Get her a new one.
I'm sorry, she's dead. I'm not sure offhand what you all decided to do with the body. There was some talk about a bag of holding.
Oh, do we have one?
I have no idea.
I don't think
I don't have a bag of holding.
I mean, I assumed we'd probably just have to leave it here for now, and then later on, if we can, we'll do something about it. But, I mean, it's like this huge, not huge, but large creature, right? Like,
yeah.
It would fit in a bag of holding, though, to get sucked in. Is that how a bag of holding works? It kind of like opens it up and you suck things into it?
don't think so.
I don't remember seeing a size bag of holding. Like a size on what can go inside as long as it fits.
Okay. So you come down the northwest entrance. You got an entrance to the northeast and one to the south.
Before we continue, and Steph is not here.
Now,
He isn't.
you had to go.
Yeah,
Work.
So I want to cure
Steph. So he doesn't become a monster.
I want to cure some dexterity and constitution damage I had, and normally he'd provide lesser restoration extracts, which is why we didn't bother like getting a wand of lesser restoration. But he's not here right now, so let's see what we do have.
And guys, while Balkoth is researching, next week, any problem if we start at an hour later?
Nope.
That's fine. Now, unfortunately, lesser restoration is not on my spell list, so I cannot use my mnemonic vestments to avoid burning through the scrolls.
And sadly, I can't use mnemonic vestments.
Correct, because you're not a spontaneous spellcaster. So, I have 5 scrolls of restoration and 2 of lesser restoration, so maybe I use the 2 scrolls of restoration on myself and keep the... I would prefer to keep the actual restorations for more serious things, like ability drain and stuff. We don't have a wand of restoration because we depend upon Sith to do that. So, unless someone has a better idea, I'm just going to use both of those scrolls on myself. I don't know if anyone else is suffering from any problems problems?
Ability drain? No, I don't have any.
I'm fine.
Damage. Am I no longer diseased at this point, Wintermute?
Yeah, I don't believe that you are.
Okay, so maybe they'd only cast remove disease or something on me. I don't remember at this point. Has it only been a week since we last played?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay, that's why. It's like it feels like it's forever. Okay, so I mean to use the scroll activation use is what, like 20 plus the caster level of the scroll?
Sounds right.
So the caster level of a lesser restoration scroll is 3. I have a UMD score of plus 25 prior to any other bonuses, so therefore I literally cannot fail. So I assume I can just activate both lesser restoration scrolls.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is for Dex. Oh, come on. This is also for Dex then. I needed a 3 or a 4. That would roll properly. Okay, so we have no more of those scrolls. I'm still down Constitution. Okay, so my HP is technically 15 less. I've updated that and noted what my actual HP was on my notes so I can remember. Those 2 scrolls are gone. And I'll probably just rest off the stuff right now, I guess. Just deal with it for now. We'll see what we can find. Alright, any objections, questions, blah blah blah?
Nope.
Okay, is there any buffs on people that I need to remove? Does not currently.
Well, there's that sickness thing that's killing what's it, but other than that,
Not a buff I put on them that I can remove, as far as.
well.
Okay, so as far as I can tell, we basically tell Latath that, you know, we're sorry that we had to destroy her body, but it was undead and we couldn't, like, knock it out or whatever. And I can, presumably, I think with my knowledge, you told us, like, what we'd have to do to restore it. So, like, you know, we'll try to store it for now and we'll come back when we can. But, you know, right now we have to stop Zamendor and Laos.
Yeah, she is very aware of the priority, and you know, she said they'll deal with her body after you deal with Zamendor and the flying polyps.
So, looking around in this area, do we notice anything?
No, and with the rock there, the rock isn't picking up any scents or whatnot. Guess I need to remove their tokens. But that area is empty.
Okay, is there anything we can decipher about the northeast versus southeast passages that would make one more interesting than the other?
No, not really. Just that, once again, they go on and on and on, and passage between rooms is like 7 to 10 minutes minimum.
But it's like just a single passage, so if we wanted to retrace our steps, we could do so easily enough?
Yes.
Okay. Unless somebody objects, why just not continue? I say continue south for now, I guess.
Okay. I mean, if they both seem the same.
Alright, and with my dungeoneering of 44, how deep underground do I think we are right now?
You're at least 100 feet.
Okay. Alright, so I guess we continue to the south then.
Wow, that took forever. Okay. Eric, Poppy, Rida, Kakalath. Okay.
Wow, Cacalat's everywhere. She's up there, she's down here.
Okay, let me find my story entry and... Okay, like I said, you come down the hallway for, the tunnel for, multiple minutes and so forth, and, ahead of you, you see this massive stone column in the room, and it branches off to, the east and west, or the east and south, and you can tell, down below that it opens up into a much larger room.
Is there any, like, carvings or something on the stone column?
Uh, do, 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 do. No, there's, yeah, there's, no carving at all. It's just that weird molded stonework that you've encountered in the rest of the city.
Okay, well, I guess we go east of the pillar and then south and keeping our eyes open and ears open for what might be ahead. And if we notice anything unusual, stop and investigate.
So this way and then down?
Sure. I mean, unless you want to go the other way, I don't think it matters.
Oh, it's obviously
our characters don't know that.
It's the biggest decision of our lives.
The last decision.
Oh, on Facebook the other day, there was a D&D joke where it was a similar room setup, and they spent like 2.5 hours deciding whether to go the top route or the bottom route, and it was just a block in the middle of the hallway like this.
Yo, I saw that. Is that why you gave us this much of the map?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Sorry, repeat the last two sentences there.
It was a similar setup like this, and the group spent, 2.5 hours of real time figuring out whether to take the top passageway or the bottom passageway, and it all just looped
Hey
around.
guys, we're rushing this too fast. Can we go back up the northwest passage, back to the previous area, so we can talk about whether to go northeast or southeast some more?
Whatever, I agree with whatever one you want to do.
Okay, so which way do you want to go?
Right, then down. East, then south.
West, then north.
Okay, move your tokens where you want to be.
Find him, I guess.
Take him. He looks the scrawniest. Easiest to cook.
I mean, I think the old lady looks just a cook.
Well, they can't see her. She's not even, like, she's... Oh, you saying we should push her in front?
Yeah.
I see.
you know, as neutral good or neutral neutral players do.
Okay, do we see anything when we move up to here?
Yeah, I was locating the image. Down the
These
hall.
don't seem normal.
You see 3 of those currently not attacking you all because you're not in range yet.
I will ask Kakalath what's going on up ahead here, because those look like your people.
Okay, let's see.
Also, are those large or huge creatures?
Those are large.
Okay, so they should probably be, okay, yeah.
As you come around the column, you see 8 thin columns they seem insufficient to hold up the ceiling of this trapezoidal room. And on one side are 3 alcoves that you can't see yet. Yeah. There's 3 alcoves, and on the other wall you see a set of battered 2-foot thick metal doors standing open at the top of a low dais. And Kakalath tells you that they are that the Aeons didn't rely on heavy doors alone. You know, this is one of their guardian constructs.
One of, or like are those, is that all one construct somehow, like linked together?
No, they're 3 they are a type of Aeon constructs.
Are they intelligent constructs? Can they be reasoned with? Can you like speak a passphrase or something?
Yeah. Yes, they are intelligent, and the statues depict idealized Aeons. Each one of them represents one of the Aeon's psychological pillars: creation, knowledge, and travel. And they begin waving their arms in warning when you start approaching. And out of character, yes, they are intelligent. You can reason with them, but in order to do that, you have to have Kakalath restored to her true form.
Figures.
Is there like, from what I can see, is there like is that a big door down there that they're guarding, or?
Yes, that is a big open door, and you know, Kathleen says that they should be closed. But, you know, she figures tens of thousands of years of earthquakes, you know, have probably rattled the doors open. And she tells you D6 goes to...
So Kakalath is convinced that she can't reason with them unless she's restored to the body, or that you're saying that on a meta level?
Give me just a second. Yeah, I'm saying that on a meta level. And the west and northwest.
Do I know what kind of special senses they have?
D7. Hold on a second. Southeast. Okay. I'm sorry, where are we?
I was asking at a minimum what other senses they had and trying to figure out if there's anything in my bag of tricks I could pull out or use or whatever to.
Yeah, Catholic tells you that, you know, a Yithian in their true form is treated as a holy symbol, and the Guardians will not fuck with them. Otherwise, they've got dark vision. They are a large construct, and as such have construct traits, immune to bleed, death effects, necromancy, paralysis, poison, sleep, stunning, fort saves, non-lethal. They have DR5 adamantine. They do have spell resistance. They have a weakness that they are faith-bound. And they have
What does that
fast
mean?
killing 5. And I'm not sure what. Let's see.
So it sounds like we probably don't want to try and fight these things.
I mean, most of that is just standard construct stuff.
Oh.
Even like a CR3 construct would have that. I'm guessing these are tougher, but still.
Being faith-bound, they cannot attack any creature that openly wears or displays the holy or unholy symbol of the deity to which the guardian is dedicated, unless that creature attacks first.
But you also said that as far as we could tell, like, if a Yithian came up speaking the Yithian tongue, then they wouldn't mess with the Yithian or anyone with it, correct?
Correct.
So, what if I was to use my mnemonic vestments to create a silent image on top of Kakalath to make Kakalath look like an actual Yithian? Because she can still, like, speak their language, correct?
Yes, she can.
That way it looks like a Yithian, and it's talking like a Yithian. Do I think that would be sufficient to get them to stand aside long enough for us to get by at least?
Let's roll some diplomacy and bluffs and
Just roll all your dice.
Who's rolling these? Is it just me?
yeah, let's go with you.
What do you want me to roll?
Diplomacy, bluff, what else do we got?
35, 43.
Okay, you create the silent image of, Kakalath and I really wish we could customize the token bag icons. And you know, the silent image walks up and Kakalath is doing her.
But basically, what I'm moving is she's technically moving up inside of the image, right? And the image is just like around her.
Okay.
Yeah. So the sound is emanating from the actual image.
I think they were telepathic to begin with, weren't they?
Can she communicate? And but she's communicated us telepathically, right? So she still has her telepathy.
Yeah, you know, she walks up to the Graven Guardians and starts, you know, she explains who she is, she explains the situation, and what you all are doing, and the purpose of the goal, and, you know, you're here to stop the flying polyps from escaping, as well as, stopping the influence of Damien Zor, and stopping Count Laos from, uh, sucking Galeran into Corsica. And you can tell that the Graven Guardians look at one another, and then, you know, they're responding. You figure they're having a discussion telepathically and so forth, and eventually, Kakalath walks back and says that, she has managed to, convince the guards that she is indeed really a Yithian. They were a little dismayed at the, magical appearance, but they did understand and were able to, you know, do the mind probe or whatever they do to verify that she was indeed a Yithian, and they talk about the doors behind. D4. And that is the southwestern hall. And Kakalath says, can't believe I gave a big open door. And
So nice the fuzzy dandelions let us through. Very kind of the fuzzy hazel.
okay, that goes to D7. D7's a dead end. D1. That's got to be... Okay, yeah, the doors behind are, where the flying polyps are stored. And, you know, Kakalak is, pretty convinced that over the centuries the magic holding the door shut has weakened. And, for this part of the mission, you can barricade the doors and then come back and force to deal with the flying polyps, or,
So you're saying there's like, you know, hundreds of them past these doors or something, more than we can take on our own?
yes. Or
you're saying,
you
go on.
can scout. What she's saying is that that's pretty much a warehouse of them.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Bird keeps undoing his cage lock.
Super glue.
I think he would get through that too. Don't underestimate fucking parrots.
But the Aeons the Guardians have have agreed to allow you to pass or shut the doors and pass as long as you don't strike harm or try to release the polyps. They'll be alright.
So do the intelligent console? So I think I might have missed part of that or got distracted with getting cut off. So you said it's a warehouse of them. There's more than we can take on, so we could turn in force later. But right now, we basically need to figure out a way to steal them in or do something else. What was the something else? Scout them or something?
Well, you don't know how many of them have currently awakened without going in to check. But she does tell you that that is the main, for lack of a better word, storeroom of the flying polyps.
So, I mean, option A is they're all sleeping there and we can, like, kill them all. Or option B is we can try to break down, like, collapse the passageway to seal them in.
How many are there?
Talking a few dozen, a few hundred, a few thousand.
Well,
Quite honestly, she doesn't know the exact count, but more
too many
than
for us to find.
hundreds.
Oh, God.
More than hundreds.
It sounds like collapsing. I agree with collapsing.
Is that really gonna keep them sealed down there, though, just by collapsing this passageway?
Truly, Kakalath was saying you might want to barricade the doors and then deal with Zaman door, because that is what is causing the flying polyps to awaken.
I see.
Okay, so if, like, Poppy started smacking stuff around with her hammer and weakened the integrity and caused the collapse and passageway to fill with rubble, and grabbed some other stuff and used it to barricade the rubble, then that would probably be good enough for now.
Well, they'll go back to sleep if we deal with this man.
I think they just won't wake up if we kill Zamindor, and it's not a man, it's an old one.
Man, person, demigod.
Like fungal thing or something, like the
Okay.
plant that devours or some shit.
Oh, I see. Plants can't be people now, huh?
That's right.
Okay, so...
Dryads are people too.
Unless someone objects, I would say we have Poppy and Rita do what damage they can to the stonework around it and try to collapse it and pile up the rubble, and we can search around a little bit more, right, and explore these passages and see if we can find anything that'll help barricade it more. Have we passed anything so far that stands out to us? Like, are the doors still there but opened?
The doors are there and open.
Okay, which way do the doors open?
The way on the map. Out.
Oh, I see those doors. Okay. Okay, so we can just close those and just pile
We just close the doors. It's good, right?
And we pile a bunch of rubble in front of it, basically, and try to collapse it a little bit.
Well, they take out these pillars. It's like, are these giant creatures going to be cool with us doing this?
I thought he said as long as we don't attack them or seem to be releasing the polyps, they were fine with us.
Yeah, their main reason for being there is to stop the polyps from exiting.
Well, they're doing a bad job.
Well, there's only 3 of them.
So, do we think, with my knowledge of engineering, if we took out those 8 pillars, would it cause this stuff to collapse? This room?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably not a great idea.
Why?
Well, for one thing, we're going to be in the room. For another thing, isn't that going to risk crushing the constructs and pissing them off too?
Or we just tell them to move.
Yeah, I assume we'd have our Yithian tell their Yithian constructs, hey, we're going to help seal the door, you know, clear out of the area for a moment.
And if we're worried about people getting crushed,
I mean, as long as everyone's next to me, I can dimension doors to safety as the.
well, that too. I was gonna say if anyone can float on the pillar, I could do the last pillar because crushing me is a little bit harder. I don't exactly have bones.
Do the Yithian intelligent constructs seem to be okay with this general idea of collapsing this room as a way to barricade the door better? Or would they prefer us if we find a different route?
Talks to him and tells them what your plan is, and they seem to be okay with it.
Can they be happy? Do they show them? They can't show emotion, right? Like they're kind of just.
Yeah, they're not happy creatures to begin with.
Oh, that's a little very sad.
Okay, so I would assume that we ask them to like pick a spot that's not, and I can tell with my engineering, I assume, right, what spots are likely to collapse, like the radius, and tell people like you need to be past this point to be safe or whatever.
Yeah. You sure can.
Okay, are we gonna bother drawing it on the map, or are we just hand waving and assuming that that's all handled properly?
We will just assume it's all handled properly.
Fantastic. Okay, so I guess I will basically tell Kakalath to.
I have one more question. There are two other passages out of this room, not counting the one we just came in and the one we're trying to seal. Do we know which way we need to go to continue our quest?
Not as far as I know.
We do not.
Well, maybe we should figure that out before we block one of those passages off.
So you want to explore more here first and wander around? Because, well, I mean, the main quest we have at this point, right, there's three things. One, seal the polyps in, which this would do. Find and destroy Zamindor before he fully awakens, if we can, right? And we think he's at the lake, I believe, is what Wintermute said, right?
Yes.
And then number three, we need to actually go to Carcosa, or whatever, however it's pronounced, via the ritual and follow Laos, right?
So it sounds like down here, this is our only quest.
That is like my understanding, and the other places are like on a meta level. I don't know what I don't know the meta answer, but it kind of feels like saying the rest of these are probably just different ways to get to here, and they're just going to be more encounters that are going to waste our resources to ultimately deal with this anyway.
Yes, you are indeed correct.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess then if collapsing this room isn't
we're
gonna
going to miss
hinder
out
us,
important loot if we don't go through the entire Undercity and kill everything living and non-living.
Yeah. And even things that are dead.
XP is important. But yeah, no, if that's not really gonna hinder our progress, then fuck it, let's bring down the house.
Okay, you managed to, you smashed the pillars and so forth at the spots that Eric tells you, and the ceiling collapses, and as far as you can tell, there's a large amount of rubble in front of the doors that you all did close. And you're pretty much satisfied that nothing's gonna come out in the next little bit without a massive amount of trouble, and you know that would indeed alert the Guardians.
Should make it easy for them to defend. Less can come on at once. You think they would have closed the doors, though, you know?
This is why, you know, we use people, not robots, as guards.
Yeah. Well, luckily, robots are very good at being guards since they don't die from old age.
Okay, since you all took the right path down through the Undercity in order to find the goal where we can skip the rest.
Well, we literally just happened to guess correctly and went in the right way.
Well, you took the quickest way down.
Nice.
There was a time we did, my friend ran a very complex dungeon, and there was only one correct way through, and it was supposed to be a puzzle. You're supposed to figure out the puzzle. Well, I guessed it somehow. I think there was there's over 1 million combinations cube we were stuck in, and I did it in 4 moves on accident. I went right to the boss room, and he's like, "This was supposed to wear you down." I'm like, well, I guessed right. It's very.
So, the next encounter is truly at the lake and is Zamindor. Do you all want to wait for Marsh? Do you want to pick up next week where Steph can enter in the final battle? Or we can take 10 minutes and wait for Marsh and then do it?
Is this literally the end of the book?
Yeah, after you cut out these 3 random encounters, we are at the last few pages of the book.
Okay, I mean, I'm guessing we'd also probably rest before we went to find Zamindor. What time is it right now?
You know, I'm gonna say it's probably late in the evening.
Because we've been wandering around the city all day? Alright. So, I mean, what I would propose, unless people object, is that we take like a 10-minute break, because that's when Marsh said he would be here, and we rest overnight, and then we go and we try to finish this book tonight, and then we start next week on the next book, I guess?
Sure.
Sounds good for me.
Fine with me.
Okay, so before I forget, I'm gonna give you all a long rest.
Good nap.
I could use one of those.
One overnight rest, and guys, I'll see you in 10.
Alright.
Okay. Ding. Wow, 10 minutes on the dot. Look at that.
I thought this was more than 10 minutes, but maybe it was.
No, second 10
I
minutes.
said take another 10. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the second 10, it's 10 minutes on the dot.
Gotcha. I didn't see the take another 10 part.
Time flies, you know? You're not doing anything.
I was busy writing a response in the forums, you know?
Oh, that's good. A thread that will never stop.
It's probably about to become moot pretty soon, but there have been some interesting things people pointed out. Marsh and Storm, we can discuss them later if you want. I imagine Wintermood would like to continue for right now, though.
Oh, I'm interested in things that you got from the thread, because last time we talked about the thread, you were less excited about what you gained knowledge. But obviously things have changed since then. Is everyone back, or?
I thought everyone was back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you all want to listen to the conversation, feel free. Once we stop for the night, we'll have the discussion. But I figured for the moment.
No, just talk over Wintermute when he starts talking.
Okay,
Anyway, so what I was saying is that...
Okay, you had an overnight rest, you collapsed the ceiling, barricaded the doors, and you set out the next morning for the lake.
Okay, now, how deep is this underwater? Like I
It's gonna be a
said,
deep lake, right? It looks deep.
does Kakalath have any suggestions on this?
Yeah, most likely, you know, she talks about it being a powerful evil, and,
So stand at the lake and argue about the password and say Melon and skip a stone across the lake and turn our backs, then giant tentacles will come out of the lake and it'll be the boss?
most likely.
Bonus points if you understood what I was just describing there. Does anyone know what I'm talking about there?
I do.
Repeat that.
So the party's arguing about the password. One says Melon, another skipping stones across the lake. Everyone turns their backs and tentacles come out of the water. What am I describing?
I don't know.
You want to tell them, Wintermute?
It's the entrance scene in Lord of the Rings where they were entering Moria.
Oh. It has been a long time since I've seen Lord of the Rings.
As you're looking at the lake, you can see right around the shoreline that it is indeed shallow. However, you know, 10 to 15 foot out from the shore, you can tell just due to the color of the water that this is indeed a very deep lake.
Great. Should we get stronger? If he's hiding in the lake, I mean, I have a few things I should probably take care of, such as bark skin.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming we're going to do that, but the bigger question is how do we get to the bottom of the lake?
Oh.
And hold your breath.
Great question. Can we not get him to come out here?
Well, you know, you might want to try throwing a stone.
Well, before we throw a stone, I do a few things. They're long duration buffs. I would have done them anyways. So, Magic Bang, Self, and Bark Skin. Since we don't seem to have our alchemist, if someone else wants Bark Skin, I have one other use.
I could use it.
Actually, I have two other uses.
I could use Sparkskin too, but prioritize the others.
Who doesn't have an amulet? At all.
I do not.
Zamandor doesn't, if you want to buff him.
I can't see him. No, I have to feel the touch.
Range as well.
Yeah, sorry.
I have a silly question, Wintermute. From my knowledge of Zamandor with a, let's go with a,
Just say 100.
wow, it's not going to be 100, man. Just
300.
Zamandor, was he an aberration or something? What knowledge is it?
I'm gonna say religion.
Okay, so with a religion result of 59, what do I potentially know about Zamandor's resistances and weaknesses and that kind of stuff? Actually, sorry, 63. I got the I get a +4 bonus for anything related to the old ones from reading that tome from earlier in the campaign. My bad.
Okay. You know that Zamandor is considered a gargantuan undead. He is indeed a great old one, and as such has blind sight, dark vision, tremor sense. And let's see, it's got all the typical undead traits. Here's a new one. DR10, epic and lawful.
Oh.
By the way, Rita, do you have a strength or dex belt?
I gave myself, I do not. That's why I gave myself Aspect of the Wolf, which is both.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm just checking to make sure, because like, if you edit your character sheet, it doesn't know that's an enhancement bonus, so that's why I was asking.
I do not. I purposely have a con belt.
Okay.
Yes.
You know that it's immune to cold, immune to petrification. It has fast healing 10. And its damage type is epic.
Doesn't sound good.
It does have some spell-like abilities. You know, it is very good at hiding. And if you get hit with the tentacles, it inflicts a horrible affliction that withers the flesh, and it starts digesting the victims with sickening speed. The withering begins when the tentacle deals the damage and continues for 4 rounds afterwards. Each round the rot persists. You got to make a fortitude save or take 2 points of con damage and 2 points of wisdom damage. If you succeed at 2 consecutive throws, you're cured. Heal also cures the effect.
If only our druid was here.
Are you sure we're supposed to be fighting this thing?
Oh, come on.
It literally says we're supposed to fight it.
You're just a gnome with a hammer. Let's do this.
We throw him in the water.
I can't swim!
By this level, you should be teaching swimming classes.
And you know that it has an unspeakable presence once you get within so far close to it. You have to make a will save, or otherwise, I guess enamored is probably the best word, but you let him hit you and become a seated creature.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta love that. And let's see. And it does have the ability to cause insanity.
I don't suffer from insanity. I enjoy every minute of it.
It has a bite attack, and it has 4 tentacles. And just once again, it is immune to ability damage, cold, petrification.
Oh shoot, that was our plan. We were gonna petrify it.
Yeah. DR10, epic and lawful. So that's what you know about Zamindor.
I'm gonna try to stun it. Is it stun immune?
I'm sorry?
Is it stun immune?
Stun.
Oh wait, there's no way it'll fail my save. It might as well be.
It is immune to stunning, ability drain, energy drain, exhaustion, fatigue.
Okay. All the big ones.
Is it immune to stagger? Is it immune to mind affecting spells?
Mind affecting, yes.
Damn.
Probably because what's it's an aberration?
So it's also
yeah, gargantuan undead.
Oh, it's gargantuan. Okay, well it's immune to all the undead things, so there you go.
Undead stuff, yeah, okay, that does it.
Also, you can't crit undead, right?
No, you can.
You can't precision them?
You can't incorporeal or crit. Incorporeal creatures are the one immune to precision and crits. Normal like skeletons are vulnerable.
You can precision a skeleton?
Yep.
Okay, sure. Interesting.
And can I get everyone to let's make will saves.
Oh, I can will save. It's my good one.
I don't think I passed that.
It's my very good. I also rolled high too, and everyone else rolled low.
And can I get a perception check as well?
Is this considered a mind affecting spell? Or mind affecting effect?
No.
Yeah, I'd give you a bonus on it.
It's not a bonus, it's a reroll.
Yeah, take a reroll.
Oh, well. Okay, well, I'm assuming the 21 or 22 is probably not enough against even the shadow of a great old one, so let's see what happens.
Okay, let's see. Ruck, Ryda, Eric, and Poppy didn't make a perception.
I got distracted. We were supposed to make perception checks.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you see movement in the water as something is starting to rise up to the surface. And,
looks like a lobster.
That's Sir Lobster to you.
yeah, he's none too purty.
Oh, he's very purty. Looks quite soft. I should pet him, obviously.
And let's see. Poppy, Ruck, and Eric. You just become overwhelmed by this unspeakable presence. And yeah, actually, I'm going to put you a little bit back further from the lake. But right, everyone except you is just overwhelmed with this unspeakable presence, and the three of you start moving toward the lake on your round. This creature is all in your thoughts, and you can feel it telling you to come closer. And now would be a good time to make an initiative roll.
The good news, guys, is we're going to have the Lessons of Yith show up to help us.
Okay. And let's see. Okay, Ruck, you're up first, and you're being compelled to walk toward the water.
Okay, so can I still use my standard action?
Yes, you can, but you can't do anything, aggressive to attack. You're
oh,
just...
no, I'm not planning on it.
Yep.
So I move my full distance towards him?
Yes.
Well, you start swimming, I guess, right?
That's correct, I would be there. And I'm also, or I guess I would do this before moving, I'll marshal flexibility to pick up Iron Will. I believe I can do that.
You know what? Let's put you there, and we'll put everyone else just so you don't have to go swimming this round.
How nice.
Okay, so, what do you want to do as a standard?
Martial flexibility to pick up Iron Will for a minute. Just gives me a +2 on my will saves.
Okay.
What is that from?
Martial flexibility.
Yeah, where is it from?
It's Brawler, first level.
Oh, that's right. That's very cool. I forgot about that. Very cool Brawler feature.
Okay, and Eric, you're compelled to move forward as well.
What exactly are my thoughts at this point? What is it thinking?
Truly, you're just overwhelmed with its presence, and you hear this voice in your head saying, "Come to me."
Okay, but I still basically I'm driven to approach him, but I still have some rational thought otherwise that maybe this isn't the best idea, but I'm still compelled to go towards it. Is that kind of what I'm doing?
Yes, and I will give you a will save on the next round.
Okay. Well, obviously, I would like a little music on this jaunt, so as I'm walking and moving, I am going to cast Shadow Bard. So basically a Shadow Bard appears next to me, and it immediately starts using Inspire Courage on everyone, just for, a little music to accompany the visit of...
As you all walk into its maw.
Yes, yes, you need an accompaniment here, obviously. And then, you know, I obviously stroll forward towards my great lord and master and savior, Zamendor, as the bard strumming merrily along as he follows.
Merrily, 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 merrily. Okay, and you see the husk of Zamendor, and he breaks through the surface of the water, and he starts swimming towards you. We put him in a square.
He's not bad, guys.
But the inside of his stomach is just delightful.
Oh,
Well,
by
guys,
the way,
see, it's the only husk of him. We got this. It's fine.
he does have a massive reach.
Great.
20 feet.
He's gargantuan. I don't think that's in the... I think you need to edit his square, though, because he's not in a proper square right now, I think.
No, remember the green. Yeah, the green is really big now. Remember, he made that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Because look at his image is inside.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
setting the token scale to 100% has been challenging.
Yeah, you gotta turn. That's like 80, I think, is like the right number. So it's it's a little bit smaller than the square it's in.
Yeah, 80% is what I use.
Because like even on ours.
And Ruck, you see this husk coming towards you, and it swings out one of the tentacles at you, and it does indeed hit. And you take 23 points of damage, and that's only on the bite. Ryda.
So the tentacles don't try to grab him or anything?
No, it just come up and hit him.
Okay, everyone's just kind of walking towards the giant. Well, I assume that we're all getting ready to attack it. So
Amendor.
yeah. Well, I don't really know how to snap him out of it. So can
Must feed master.
I slurp over to Eric and slap him?
You're trying to kill me, apparently.
I murder him actually.
One shot.
No, I said
Okay.
slap, not slam. I don't have skill focus in slaps. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I'll allow you to slap him. And since you have two hands and it's Eric, I'll allow you to slap him twice.
Technically, he doesn't have any.
I have
right
as
now.
many hands as you want as a slime.
And,
As an ooze.
Whatever.
Eric, he slaps you. You want to make another will save? And you are no longer under the compulsion effect.
Until next turn, when you re-roll and he recharge you. That will be it for my turn.
Okay. Guess I'm just gonna move my 20 or so feet.
And it makes kissy noises. His action.
Aren't you glad you're short?
Yep. For once, having a tiny ass move speed is beautiful.
Okay. And Rock, you can make a will save, brother. Not good enough.
Oh.
So you move closer into the water. And now that you are really close to him,
Smell his perfume, exotic perfume.
and let's see, once you've entered the reach, uh, you are no longer compelled to approach him. However, you are staggered for 1 round.
So the next round he'll be staggered, and this round he doesn't do anything?
Uh,
Yeah, am I staggered this round, or am I staggered next round and I can't, or I can do my standard action still?
I'm going to say from now until your next turn, you're staggered.
So my next turn I'll be able to do a full round.
Correct.
Okay, so that's my turn.
Okay, Eric. You are no longer under the influence.
Poppy, I wish you were actually faster in this case. Because I cannot cast haste on everyone now. I can only cast it on... Hang on a second, I want to check something real fast. Would this stop stagger? Is that considered impedes movement, or does it mean you can move just fine? It's just that you can only do one action.
You can take a single move or a standard action, but not both.
Okay, so it wouldn't be considered an effect that impedes movement.
Right.
Oh, pity.
Yeah, you're just dazed to where you can't do 2 things at once.
Okay, well, seeing that Rock is apparently about to throw himself into the lobster's maw, I'm going to try to help him out. I'm going to start performing, and I can only do 1 target right there, so I need to make this effective fast. Sorry, my bad. I didn't think you'd be making me do this, Rock. Thanks a lot.
I can't say my plan today was go get eaten by a sea monster.
Why not?
That doesn't sound the most fun. I guess it's something different.
It's new and exciting.
It is new and exciting.
You're just such a thrill seeker.
Oh, you know me.
Heroics, inspire heroic. Does that give hit? No, that's inspire greatness. But I don't want inspire greatness here. I want inspire heroic, I believe. Yes. Okay, just doing that. Okay. I'm going to start a robotic performance of my own, and I'm going to try to inspire Rock to greatness because it seems to, or to heroics because it kind of seems he needs it right now. They give him 4 dodge AC and a saving throw bonus of 4 for morale. Now that's only actually +2 because I already gave you good hope, but it's still +2 to your saving throw and 4 AC. Then I am. Rita hasn't actually moved forward yet at this point, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Why is it doing that? There we go, okay. So before Rita moves, I'm going to target myself, Rita, and Poppy, because I cannot get Rook at the same time, and I'm going to cast haste on everybody. cast haste on those 3 people. And then I guess I'll take a 5-foot step closer and shout out, "Save the monkey!"
Oh, okay. I summon monkey. Is that what you wanted?
Okay, the husk of Zamindor kind of rears back out of the water. And, Rock, you can see these 4 tentacles and this gaping maw of a mouth coming at you.
He welcomes it.
And hit you with 3 tentacles and a bite. There's the
So
bite.
far this could be going better.
1. And then I need you to,
Oh, by the way, this doesn't matter actually for this particular thing, but it actually may have mattered on something else earlier. Ruck would get to make a fortitude save against the energy drain at the start of this morning, right?
yeah, he would.
You want to make a fortitude saving throw, Ruck? I'm assuming a 31 is probably enough to get rid of the negative level he had.
It sure is.
Alright, fantastic.
Okay, Rock, let me get you to, you made a fortitude save there.
That's for the negative level, but, yeah.
And, you know, where it bit you, you can tell that it was a nasty bite and so forth, but from what Eric told you, your skin does not appear to be withering.
Well, that's good.
Great.
Okay, Ryder.
What type of damage does it do?
Epic.
You know? It just does epic type. Great.
What does that even mean?
Let's find
I mean, it's effectively like a +6 or better enhancement bonus is what it requires, I believe.
Okay. I can't do what I wanted. I'll do this instead. Just move up. I'm gonna need this. Oh wait, is that right? It's not right.
And it's combat reflexes where I can take an AoE, right? AOO.
That allows you to take multiple.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh.
Would you like to rethink your move? He does have a 20-foot reach.
Now, that said, combat reflexes doesn't allow you to take more than 1 per move action. Just means you can take more than 1 per round. So he still only triggers 1 from a given move action.
Right.
Well, I have an idea. I'm interested if I can defeat this. So, Ryda does acrobatics to try and move in without provoking. Is 41 good enough to beat his CMD, which I doubt it? Or CMB.
You see this mouth come at you, and... Oh.
Hold up. My AC is 4 higher right now to... Oh, wait, hold on. There's some things that aren't affecting me, right? Sorry, that missed. I have mobility.
Ah.
So my AC is 36.
You see the mouth come at you, and you're able to dodge it?
Damn. Well, it's worth a shot. Oh, there we go. And I punch him? Hold on. No, that won't.
By the way, how far did you just move there? 1, 2, 3,
25.
4, 6, okay.
It's half. I'm very fast now. I got another speed enhancement from Monk.
What?
For a monk?
So you have 40 then, right?
Oh, that would be over half. Well, you got the attack of opportunity then. Matter. Yeah, because I could have. I would have only been able to move. Acrobatics is half your move, right?
Correct.
Then yeah. So I would have taken the attack of opportunity regardless. I thought I forgot I had 40 and 50. Anyways.
Because haste doesn't benefit you right now, basically, so.
No, not at all. Oh, he does not, Oh, that's right, I have like a bajillion buffs from Monk. Not our Monk, our Bard.
Huh.
And... hold on. So. Nope, wait, wrong one. Wait.
I don't see Strongjaw on you. Did you not buff with Strongjaw?
No, I don't. That's wrong. That's why I was saying it was the wrong one. This is the one I wanted. Okay, that's my turn.
And Poppy, you can make a will save, sir. Ma'am.
I believe in Poppy. That's good.
Oh, yes, you are no longer compelled.
Oh boy.
Get over here.
Still only do so much.
Well, remember, when you come in through his reach, coming behind us. Yeah, like that.
Don't forget you have haste.
Yeah, so you're 30 now. Great.
Okay, so... from this distance, all I can really do is try and throw my shield at him and poke him for like maybe 3 damage.
You would... I get, based on the information we just received...
The fact that you move at 40 right now?
Didn't you just charge him?
I don't think I can charge through you. And I wouldn't have any...
Where did you start?
You'd end in the square below me.
Yeah, this one here. You could end here.
Where did Poppy start?
Hold on. Right...
somewhere around there. I think there.
Did you already
No,
use 30
here.
feet of movement?
This is where you were.
Yeah, I used 30 feet of movement.
Okay. So can you move him back there for a second once you move? So you could charge or just walk over to there and then be able to attack if that's what you want.
Ah, okay. Charging is potentially a better option.
So that is going to provoke from the husk, though.
It's fine. He only has 4 tentacles.
It can only take 1 attack, technically, at the bite, probably.
Okay, Poppy, I need a fortitude save. And Poppy, you notice it's a bad bite, but your skin does not seem to be deteriorating.
Oh, good. So, what was the charge bonus? Or modifier?
+2 attack, -2 AC.
Do we even have a modifier for charge anywhere?
Yes, you do.
Here's their negative AC, but then just add a +2 in the modifier box for the attack.
And just because I know you're going to bring this up if I don't do it.
Good hit.
Smack him in the face.
Alright, so I'm back to normal.
Yes, you are.
And this is not a native terrain for this guy.
Negative.
I will dimension door and full attack.
You go on the other side.
Yep. And rage.
And the one time I don't play a barbarian, and everyone has rage but me.
Yeah. Ever play Barbarian?
But none of
They
them
all be
seem
angry
to have
together.
red hair.
Two critical hits to make up for those really bad first rolls. I'm going to teleport up here to safety.
Oh wow! Can't even let me have my flanking, huh?
I'm going to try not to die here because he attacks before you.
That's what quitters say.
That's my turn.
Okay, Eric.
Alright, let's see. So that was without the plus 14 attack and damage bonus. How interesting.
2 of my 3 hits were crits, though.
Okay, and I think this guy can reach out 20 feet, correct? So I'm just out of his reach right now.
Correct.
So... trying to figure out if there's a way to approach without getting an attack of opportunity. But so he could definitely strike there, but hell, he could even strike there without penalty. So if he can attack from that square, we can't attack anything directly there, but on the flip side, so this square right here, he can attack just fine. So if I enter that square, he gets an attack of opportunity on me.
Yeah, you're at 25 feet.
However, I think if we come in like this, perhaps.
Wow, look at this.
I think this is safe.
Ugh.
So I avoid his reach entirely by going south to start. Then I cut one over because I cannot enter that square that marked with a black square area within his reach. Then, oh, but he has 20-foot reach, right? So he can
Isn't this in his reach?
I get into his reach, but the question is, Poppy is shielding me. So overall, though, we're looking at something that is.
I'm like 3 feet tall. Do I even provide cover against this thing?
I don't know.
Partial.
Does he?
Partial.
Well, is partial cover enough to stop attacks of opportunity?
You know, I give you a 20% chance. Is that what you want to do?
20% chance to what?
Not get.
Not get hit. Is that what you want to do?
Okay.
That is quite the reach.
I think it's something like that. He definitely has. Let's just do this slightly easy here. So he definitely hits. That is the limits of his reach right there, right? But you're saying you're saying he's too big for Poppy to actually provide proper cover. So that, you know what, screw it. We're gonna play dice. We're gonna play dice with the universe. I'm just going to.
Eric just throws his sword at him.
Let him take his swing.
Oh, wait, if you wanted cover, why didn't you just move up one and then go move in behind
You're
Rida?
not big enough to actually provide cover.
And he tries to bite you, and you dodge out of the way.
Now, there is a potentially awkward part here. Can you add 5 to that modifier and roll it again? So like add 5 and then drag the 29 onto my character. So it'll be a 34 in effect. Okay. So with a +5, it would have been a hit. So Winchmute, can you adjust my mirror image from 8 to 7? Because that will destroy one of my mirror images since it was a close enough miss.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. So then I'm there. I'm maintaining my song. The Shadow Bard is still doing his stuff. So I'm still currently. From what we've seen, who am I going to be more concerned about right now? Rita or Poppy? What do you think would be reasonable for me to conclude?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Which of them would I seem to be more worried about Zamindor attacking or having a harder time standing up to the Husk of Zamindor? And character, what would my character think at this point, most likely?
Probably Poppy.
Okay, so I'm going to stop inspiring heroics on Rook since he moved away, and I'm going to shift my inspire heroics to Poppy as well. And then I'm going to actually swing at this stupid thing once.
Oh, is Inspire Heroics only one person?
Yep, only one person. But apparently that crit. I'm going to do my Arcane Strike up. Fantastic.
Okay, and let's see. We're gonna try a bite on Eric. And,
okay. You want me to roll a D100?
Yeah.
17, so that destroys one of my images. It would have needed, like, what, an 86 or above to hit, something like that?
Down to 6. And then we're gonna try 2 tentacles on Rida. Both of them do hit.
I thought you said something about his tentacles doing the Dread Decay thing as well.
It's actually the bite.
Ah, okay.
And let's see, you got hit. I took one on your mirror images. I got 2 hits left at Poppy.
Do I have the Fortitude save? Or is that not on the tentacles?
It's
not on the tentacles.
Okay.
And didn't confirm a crit on Poppy. Okay, Rida, you're up.
I attack it. Swing, swing. Wow.
I just shake my head and look at Rita and say, do it right.
Do I get to roll it again?
You get a 5 bonus on that.
Does 35 hit?
35 apparently does hit.
Yeah, 35 would hit.
Okay.
I gallantly inspire her.
Then I do a hit. That one.
Just splatters.
My God, it's splatter.
Probably green instead of red or
That,
something.
I'm not gonna lie, that was the perfect size blood splatter for that amount of damage.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, my average is always about the same.
So Rita, you know, you did your crystal slam, and you can tell that you hurt the husk of Zamindor, and it just slowly starts sinking back into the water, and it looks like the Exxon Valdez with all the blood squirting up out.
Oh no. See, it does actually above average, actually.
This is about to get worse, isn't it?
No.
Though the blood now soaks into Poppy and probably becomes the new Salmon Door.
And unfortunately, none of you got reseated.
I don't want to get... Well, we still have... To be fair, we still have someone who is seated. Should not forget about that.
I don't suppose, like, killing this thing, like, solves everything?
Yeah, everything's good, right?
Yeah. That's how it works, right? Like, everything just fixes itself?
Yeah, those suffering from seed-borne consumption are cured immediately, although you have to recover from any ability damage as normal.
Or death. What if they're dead?
Probably stay dead, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay, let's see, let's do the final wrap-up. You have destroyed the husk of Zamindor. You have rid the world of a slumbering evil, and it ensures that when you follow Laos, you don't leave behind an equally grave threat. All seated undead remain animate but become listless and lose their ability to affect any others. Those suffering from seed-borne consumption are cured immediately. You have secured the Necronomicon. You have activated and attuned all 3 star steles. You have learned the path to the Black Star's ritual. And you know what, we'll just pick up. Yeah, I'll go back to the star stele, and you know, you have performed the ritual, and you see this blinding yellow light that emanates from the star stele, and it surrounds each one of you, and it grows into a blinding flash. And when you're able to see once again, you find that you have traveled to Corsica, a city situated on a distant world corrupted by Hastur's madness. And gentlemen, that's the end of this book.
Well, you go feel better. We
Indeed.
will, and we will talk.
do you all want to? Do you still have teleport spells where you can get back to the city?
We have.
Any city?
Yeah, whatever the one you were close to.
Yeah, I have 2 scrolls teleport.
Do y'all want to go shopping before you,
Oh.
you have time
Well, we
to
also have.
teleport
like,
and teleport
money.
back before the, spell wears off.
I mean, we
I
can.
have 158 gold. I don't know how much we.
Well, we have a lot of stuff to sell, I think, is what he's getting at.
We do. I don't think we really do.
Well, we do have the one thing that we could sell, but
I mean, I guess we have like 9,000 golds of sapphires or something, right?
Well,
I guess
the Yithian
Not get rid of
cat
all
ring
those items.
is 35 grand.
oh yeah.
we never
so there's-
summoned the genie again.
Well, today's a new day. You can summon her whenever. You want to summon her? What do you want to do about her?
We said
We can sell the Necronomicon. I bet. See, it's an artifact. It's priceless. We can set our own price. 100,000,000 gold.
Why would you sell the Necronomicon? Weren't we?
Those poor angel. Sorry.
Wait, hold up, guys. Look at all these spells you can learn. I can learn Major Mind Swap. Let's start using that. There you go.
9th level spell. That'd be kind of difficult to do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we spent like 10 minutes complaining last time about whether we should sell the genie ring because of slavery or something, and now you want to sell this stupidly dangerous book.
I am joking.
Sarcastic. Do we actually have 2 of the Yithians?
I'm
Thought
sorry.
rings?
Yes, apparently. So 2.
You actually have one, but I put 2 in so I can give you full value on it.
Okay, so should we sell that, I guess, is the question then?
Why not? Is there a reason we shouldn't?
Alright, does Kathika want it
Uh,
back?
it's not her ring, so she really doesn't care.
Okay, sure, and I guess we sell those scrolls. So the sapphires we should get full value for, right? Because they're gems. Correct?
As soon as I can find them, the 9, so you got 18.
Yeah. Would the mithril spyglass also fall into that category of, like, art and jewelry rather than, like, useful stuff?
Yeah, I'll give you full price on that.
Does anyone want something that's in the party sheet before we sell stuff?
Well,
Oh, hey, we do have a bag of holding.
we do. Where? Oh, there it is. Type 1.
Do we want to give the bag of holding to Poppy? And so it's type 1, so that can hold 30 cubic feet. So 30 cubic feet, though, is that even big enough for a Yithian?
That's pretty fucking big.
It's not really that big, dude. That's like 5 feet by 5 feet or something.
Really
That's
stuff her
fine.
in there. Okay, fine. We'll sell it and get a better bag.
Yeah, that would be a 5 by 5 by 5 cube. Well, it might be a little hard.
And the
on a
Yithian's like a
creature.
large creature, right? Can we stuff it in there, or do we need something bigger?
She's dead. You can stuff it in.
Okay, sure. So, Poppy, you want to take the bag of holding? And
Well, we
then-
already had it, so can we make the assumption, because we were looking for this bag of holding earlier.
Right. What I'm saying is that we want Poppy to take it out of the party sheet so it doesn't get sold.
Ah,
Right.
So you want to put the bag of holding in your inventory, Poppy, and then note that it like has Latheth's undead body in there.
make sure it's spelled right, because if you spell it wrong, you picked up the wrong body.
Obviously.
And I was just gonna write Cackle Fackle's body.
Crackalackle.
I like it. So, anything else in the party sheet you all want?
Nah, I'll probably be fine. If we sell Lau's notes, make sure to sell those. I'm sure that's not important. But no, nothing in here is particularly interesting to me, so.
Everybody else good?
Yes.
I think so.
I have an interesting idea. Does the Jinn want to buy? Can the Jinn purchase the ring from us?
The ring that controls her, or some.
Yeah. I give it to her, and she's sent home, and then she has the ring, and no one can control her anymore.
So you're asking her if she wants to buy her freedom.
Yes. Is that a bad idea?
Does kind of sound like slavery a bit.
It does. But I did not enslave her.
I thought we agreed that, per what she said she would be interested in, that we later on we would find like some fancy noble who likes to hold balls, and we would sell the ring to the noble. And
there you go. Fine. We're in a major town, right? We could find that.
I mean, what town are we teleporting to? Do you care?
No.
The fanciest town there is.
Like, weren't we in one that was absolutely huge? The one where, like, the Mysterium was? I think was, like, the biggest city in the whole region or something?
Yes, it was. And
Okay.
There we go.
what was the name of the ring for, the genie?
Ring of Jinn Calling. I have it in my inventory.
Oh, okay, so it's not in the inventory, so... Okay, I'm gonna sell everything in the inventory that's got value.
Yeah, I didn't want it to actually get sold, that's why I out.
Do I need to make a knowledge nobility check to try to figure out who the best noble to sell this to is?
No, you would succeed. Holy fucking shit.
That's not actually that much money split between 5 people at this level.
It is not.
Like, for me to upgrade my rapier from +3 to +4, it costs 10,000. So if we split this...
I only see 4 people here.
Oh. Well, that's how it works, right? We only
people
split between people who are here.
Which
I
is...
mean,
Well,
Adolian, I guess if Adolian's not going to be here for the next few sessions anyway. And then also, then we're also going to sell the ring to the fanciest noble I can think of, is that correct?
I believe
Yes.
so. Yeah.
now here's my question. The ring sells for half price?
What do you think is fair in this case, Warren Mute? It's not really like a usable item. It's more like a status symbol to be able to...
Yeah, like it's not a... That's what I'm saying. It doesn't get beat up or hurt. It doesn't matter where we got it from.
You know, I'd give you 75% on it. Unless you're willing
okay.
to barter.
Why you get a barter? Oh, yeah, we get a barter with our bard.
But sir, don't you want a genie from the outer planes of unparalleled tailoring skill to do your fine clothing?
We could even summon her, and she'd be like, "Look at me, I'm very good at things."
Yes, okay. Well, does it have a cost?
The ring? Yeah, 125,000. I think, remember, we were talking about it. It's definitely an item they want you to sell.
Well, they didn't have the price on Roll20 for it.
So you want to drag it back into the party inventory so Wintermute can apply whatever percentage he wants to in this case and sell it?
Yes, there
and
it
I
is.
assume we actually go to the noble and I use my connections and knowledge to, indicate that we have something that would interest the Lord.
An excellent fashion sense.
Absolutely, and we summon the genie, the djinn, and we introduce them and say, is this, would you, we would like to offer her services if you're interested, and presumably she's fine with this idea and so forth. How many other nobles in the city can have a djinn to do their weaving for them?
You want to make a diplomacy?
Sure.
I'm sure he would love to make a diplomacy.
How's the 47?
Okay, you have indeed convinced the noble. And you have done such a good job that, you know, they want that ring and they're going to pay you full price for it.
I do tell the Jinn that to keep in touch, and I write my name on a piece of paper and I give it to her.
And she, you know, she takes a piece of paper, thanks you, and so forth. Says that she will keep in touch. Thank you for finding me such a wonderful nobleman to serve. And, you know, hey, if you're ever back in town, swing by and I'll make you a decent set of clothes.
If you're ever in the whatever plane she's from, the air one,
just swing on by.
It's Pathfinder. It could happen.
yes. I mean, we could just go there at this point. I think people could just have planar whatever at this point.
So I'll total, and I hate odd numbers, so 207. You made 207,200 gold pieces.
I'll also apologize for being a bit abrupt with her earlier and say that we kind of worked ourselves in that city at times. And I hope there are no hard feelings.
Especially when you guys were walking into that giant monster's maw. But you guys were, you know, more impressive fighters than that.
Like I said, we weren't ourselves at times.
Absolutely. So guys, we'll call this finish. I'll leave the server up if you all want to